Ash Ketchum versus Steven Stone. The storm is coming. So let's talk about it. Hey Steven Stone, it's Steven Stone. How are you today? Pokemon Journey's episode 117's Iris vs Cynthia clash was a hot dandy, but episode 118 is about to steal the show by pitting the champion of Alola versus the champion of Hoenn in a match that will leave the fangirls squealing and the fairy, ice, and rock types reeling. Today's plan is to have a quick chat breaking down Ash's upcoming struggle against the Man of Steel based on the contents of 3 trailers loaded with juicy nuggets, series precedent, and whatever the matriarch says is probably correct. So subscribe for a big glass of orange juice with Betty Beldam, and let's jump right in. The match roster itself is about what you would expect to see given the past events of the anime, with Metagross, Aggron, and silly Cradilly representing Steven Stone, and Pikachu, Gengar, and Fish, Mr. Fish, in Team Ketchum's corner. And while not all of the specifics of the battle are clear, we actually know quite a bit about how things will unfold from the trailers released in May, June, and July. So let's begin our commentary with the episode 118 preview trailer and go from there. First up in the 118 trailer, we see Gengar engage Cradilly, struggling to evade the whips of its life-draining Giga Drain attack. In the video games, Steven's Cradilly is a defensive status manipulator who can poison and confuse opponents while tanking big hits and healing itself. So you know he is going to be a nasty boy to take down. And while the following trailer shots are set up such that it looks like Gengar is squaring off against Aggron, it seems that the trailer may be showing the battles out of order, as if you look closely at the scoreboard in the back of the shot, it appears that neither Ash nor Steven are down a Pokemon when Aggron is on deck, meaning that Aggron probably gets clocked by either Gengar or Mr. Fish before Cradilly even hits the pitch. Either way, we see separate shots of Aggron firing off Rock Tomb and Gengar leaning in with Will-O-Wisp, the move it mastered in Ash's pre-tournament training session with his old rival Paul. In the next shot, we see 2 massive energy balls exploding against one another. Based on the pink, purple, yellow shimmer, the one to the right has to be Gengar's Dazzling Gleam. And at a glance, we might suspect that the yellow burst on the left is the blast radius of Aggron's Hyper Beam, a move that we've seen Steven's Aggron use in the past, given the order of shots in the episode 118 preview trailer. But if we take a look at the Climax trailer released back in June, we see Gengar desperately fire off Dazzling Gleam while restrained by Cradilly's Giga Drain as Cradilly simultaneously charges up its Solar Beam. And again, if you look closely at the scoreboard shot from the 118 trailer's corresponding Energy Ball explosion frames, it looks like both Steven and Ash are down a Pokemon at this point, Aggron and Mr. Fish respectively, if my suspicions are correct. So the puzzle pieces on the table are starting to come together, but here are 3 more pieces to contemplate. 1. In June's Climax trailer, Pikachu is shown shielding itself against Cradilly's Giga Drain with Electro Web, meaning that either Pikachu starts against Cradilly and gets pulled out in favor of Gengar, or Gengar falls to the aforementioned massive Solar Beam and Pikachu picks up the slack. 2. Skipping forward to the 118 preview trailer, we see Dracovish bracing itself against Vanilla Metagross's Meteor Mash with Ice Fang, when we know that Ash has already lost a Pokemon by the time Cradilly comes out to play based on the scoreboard, which does not bode well for Mr. Fish. And 3. In May's Masters 8 opening trailer, we see Ash using his Dynamax Band. Thus far, all of the May and June trailer shots have turned up in their respective matches, meaning that Ash will almost certainly G-Max his Gengar, unless it is simply a brilliant fake out. Only time will tell, but putting these 3 pieces together with the other battle shots and their corresponding scoreboards, I wonder if it will actually be Dracovish who takes down Aggron, potentially with Vicious Rend, only for Steven to send out Vanilla Metagross for a devastating counter-strike, then recalling Metagross, leaving Pikachu to fight Cradilly, with Gengar stepping in to finish off Cradilly either by Gigantamaxing or getting the best of it with Dazzling Gleam, only to be taken out by Metagross as either Maxgar or Vanillagar. Whether it be to Cradilly or to Metagross itself, it is clear that Gengar will fall, as yet another scoreboard shot from the 118 preview trailer actually spoils the battle's finale, by showing us a shot of Pikachu and Mega Metagross going at it as the Jumbotron in the background reveals that Ash and Steven are each down to their last Pokemon. Classic Pokemon anime. Anyhow, Pikachu has an impressive 2-0 record against Vanillagross's in tournament play, and will be looking for the hat trick. But it is not going to be so easy, as this time we are dealing not with Vanilla Gross, but Mega Metagross. Not to mention that the 118 preview trailer shows Pikachu unable to even land a hit on the number 3 hero's ace, getting cratered by Meteor Mash back in June's Climax trailer, and beaten around so badly that Ash is left sweating like a pig in the sun. And if Ash is using up his battle gimmick to Gigantamax Gengar, as May's opening trailer would lead us to believe, then I'm not sure how exactly Pikachu is going to turn things around against a significantly stronger, faster opponent without access to 10 million volt Thunderbolt. But I'm sure he will find a way, because he's Pikachu. Regardless of how things shake down, Ash versus Steven is going to be a Pokemon anime storm among Pokemon anime storms, and the Steven fangirls will be screeching. Anyways, here is the Yoshi ride in Nintendo World over at Universal Studios Japan. The real attraction of Nintendo World is the sheer aesthetic brilliance of the park itself, but the augmented reality Mario Kart ride is pretty slick, the interactive power-up band Treasure Hunt is nifty as a shifty, and the Yoshi ride gives you a nice view of the park from above. So if you do make it over to Nintendo World at Universal Studios Japan, then I recommend checking it out.